guys, and how's it going? Got another video for you today. This is actually going to be a video on my truck. For those of you who are new to the channel, this is a 2001 Toyota Tacoma. It has almost 200,000 miles on it. I've actually got some video of it. But the other day, a buddy of mine came out and we were doing some work around the house. He brought that 216 out. If you don't remember the 216, I got a video of and posted on YouTube for you guys. He brought it over. He had some problems with it, and so he brought his plow with him, and so I threw the plow on my 216 and did some plowing. I'll throw that in the video.
Start pulling. There you go. Start.
Anyway, so my truck has been sitting in our garage ever since February, and it's April now. And so let the semi go by. So usually I would keep the truck in the garage, in the building behind me, or the building behind the truck. But here's what happened. So, went out. It was my birthday back in February. And so, I brought some stuff home, and I was going to take we used Mom's truck, so we took my truck in there. I was going to load the stuff up into it and then bring it over to the shop. Why we didn't bring her truck over, I don't know. I think it was late at night when we got home. And so, the next day, let me get in here and talk.
That was my excuse. What? It's funny how I try to use the excuse stuff. We'll just take it in oil burner so it doesn't be intended. You actually get to see the difference in your system. It's really cool.
Trixie? She's only 11. I said no.
Oh shoot, I forgot to put the rails on.
Mike, you don't really want to flirt with that jacket, do you?
Yeah, it's only for 10 miles from my house.
They were.
Somebody in the basement.
Oh my god, Andrew!
Like you were saying?
Come look at the camera right next to the counterpart. I forgot the number.
Good judgment there, Cheech.
Alright, I'm gonna put the numbers on you so I can get them.
I need my...
I'm on the dock. 60, 70 right out of room. Now I'm out of here.
decided to get in the truck and talk to you guys instead. It is just way too loud out there. Anyway, so what happened was I got a birthday present. It was a table for the shop. Just a store was going out of business and I kind of wanted a table. So we got a table and we left it in there. We used it in the house for a couple days. Then I took the truck in to get it. And I parked the truck in the garage kind of crooked so I could get right up to the door. And I shut it off, went in, we loaded it up. I was in the house for a couple hours, went out to start the truck. And I put the key in the ignition. And I'll show you what it's doing. Absolutely nothing. Right there's the clock. And you can sit there and you can jerk the steering wheel around. You can do whatever you want. It's not going to turn. And it did that to me while it was in the garage. When I went in to start it up and my key switch isn't turning, I'm trying to figure out what to do. And I messed around with it a little bit. And I just could not get it to go. So I left it in there. I said something to her about it. I said, I'm just going to have to mess with it some other time. I just don't have the ambition to do it right now. That and I've just got too many projects around to start another one. So let it sit in there, and 2 months later, it's still sitting there. I'm busy. Not busy, I just don't want to do it. And for whatever reason, I just didn't want to mess with it. I don't quite know why. And so my buddy came out the other day, and nothing better to do, so he goes, we should get that truck out of your garage. So I told her, hey, go on ahead and move your battery needs charged. I told her, hey, go on ahead and move your truck out. We're going to attempt to get the Toyota out of the garage. And so she moves the truck. We go in there with the Bobcat. You'll see it in the little video clips. We go in there with the Bobcat. We try pulling it out. We've got the 216 hooked up to the trailer, and we're getting it out of there to... Not the smartest way to go about it, but, you know, it got out of there. So what we're going to be doing today is I'm actually going to probably end up pulling this into the shop so I can have a little bit better lighting. So what we are going to do, it'd be nice if I had a second person, is I'm going to put you guys in the stand, put another battery in the camera. We're going to see about moving this thing into the garage, into the shop, because I don't want it out here. I don't like having vehicles sit outside, because number one, they'll get stolen, and number two, the weather will take effect. That 210 sits outside, but it's a little decoration. There's really nothing on it anybody's going to want, so... I don't know how many of you guys saw it. Front end of the truck is up on dollies. The front of the truck is up on little dollies. As soon as I walk out here, people are going to start going by. As you can see. What do they call those? They either call them dollies or casters. I think they're called casters. So that's what's going on right now. I just haven't had the ambition to mess with it yet, and I finally got the ambition, so we're gonna go on ahead. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I've been watching videos on how to do this for a couple weeks now, or a couple days now, just to see how to do it. I've got an idea on how to do it. It's actually pretty simple. I figured I'd bring you guys along for the ride. See how many new swear words we can say. So what we're gonna do, I kind of felt bad dragging this thing around yesterday with the Bobcat. We got it out the door. I don't know if you guys can see the skid marks. We got it out the door, through the rocks, and here. We lifted it up and brought it around to here. So this is the resting place of it. And of course his truck was sitting right there with a dead battery. We couldn't start it because his battery went dead, so we just left it there and worked around it. So that's where we're at right now. It's just sitting here currently. So let me go grab the forklift and we are going to see about getting it into the barn and how many things we can break. Letting the forklift warm up for a second. Plan is we're going to pull it out of there. Then I'm going to spread the forks out. We're going to lift the truck up with the forklift, bring it over in front of that door. Whether I want to bring it in backwards or forwards, I'm still not sure. But from there, we're going to bring it in, then go from that. We're probably going to bring it in forwards. The way I want to do it if I bring it in forwards is I want to put those dollies under the back end. We'll lift it up, put the dollies under the back end, pull it in with the forklift. I want to leave enough room so I can get the forklift out of here, drive it through there, and then if we end up needing to, we can get the Bobcat, move it back some, get the forklift out. Or I'd like to be able to use my forklift while it's sitting in here, but it probably won't be in here long, so we probably won't have to worry about it. Let's try it. A lot more room, a lot more viewing area than I had with the Bobcat. give you guys an in-truck view. Have fun in there. Grab my keys. Have fun. As you guys can see, we've got the truck in the shop. No damage done as far as I can tell. Thank God. I stood here for a few minutes and just watched underneath to see if any fluids came out. I was worried I might have punctured the oil pan. It doesn't appear I did, so that's good. I tried my best to keep it underneath the front, the bar back there. I don't remember what that bar is called, but I tried to keep it underneath that bar. I think it's the engine support. But the oil pan hangs down past it, so you gotta watch out for that. I'm pretty sure I cleared it, so I'm good there. I think other than that, we are good to go. So what we're gonna be ending up doing, most likely I'm going to hold off on doing this till tomorrow. But what we're going to do, oh, I locked the door, is we're going to pop that ignition switch out. I was told by the people at the dealership it's a pain in the ass to do and it sometimes takes an hour or so to do. So my problem is, I showed it earlier, that key switch won't turn at all, so we've got to drill it out or something like that. So another thing that stopped me from doing it is we've got that virus going around right now, and that key switch is made, I didn't know this until it said made in USA when I looked at it on eBay, but I found out, I looked at the label and it said it was made in China. So I was kind of hesitant to mess with it. I didn't want to mess with it too much. I don't really like stuff from China. I don't trust stuff from China, so it's going to most likely end up getting changed out probably later on, but so, okay. Let's go on ahead, I would say, and let's get to work. For those of you who are probably wondering why it's darker up here than it usually is here by the garage door, I've got a light usually on. My light got busted the other day. Funny story behind that, but I'm not going to tell it. So, anyway. So I have got an extension cord ran in here. I'm going to get a light or something in here so that you guys can see what I'm doing, because the light in the truck is not very good. There's 10 millimeter bolts here, there, and there. I think right here is a Phillips. No, that's a bolt too. Oh, I guess right here's a 10 millimeter. I didn't know that one was there. But it's all 10 millimeter as far as I know. So, okay, so I was wrong. This right here is actually a Phillips one. This is a 10 millimeter. This is a 10 millimeter. This one is. And I had to pop another battery in the camera, but as you guys can see, I dropped that panel. You want to be careful taking that off, because right here's your hood latch. This goes out to the hood latch. You don't want to rip that cable up, or else you'll need a new cable, and those cables are not cheap. So this here is our ignition. I don't know how well you guys can see it. There's a little hole right here, and there's a certain position you have to have the key switch in. You have to have it in accessory. I can't get this one into accessory because that, unfortunately, because this isn't an accessory, I can't push that pin in. So we've got it. We're most likely, hopefully not, but we're most likely going to have to drill that. I'm going to try and see if we can hammer it. If we were able to push it, we'd be able to get it up. But unfortunately, since we really can't get in there and do anything about it, we're gonna have to find another way to get it out. So let me grab a thinner screwdriver and a hammer, and we'll see if we can bust it or get it out of there or do something. Went in there and I grabbed my little small screwdriver and a hammer. Let's go on ahead and we will see if we can get this thing out of here. What we're going to have to do, what I didn't want to do, we are going to have to drill this out. See if we can drill this. This has it, hopefully. Yeah, that little nub there on bottom, that's what is holding us up from getting this thing out of there. For anybody who is wondering, if you guys didn't see it, this right here on the bottom of the lock cylinder, you got to have it in accessory. Let me put this in accessory so I can show you what. See, I think that's accessory right there, yeah. Then it won't. Yep, that's accessory right there. So that's where we want it. This has to come out. Or that has to, we're going to unfortunately have to drill it. Let me see if I can get a drill bit and a drill. Okay, it is the next morning, and I was doing some looking around, and I found out if we were to drill that lock, if we were to drill the thing off the bottom of the key, the tumbler, we'd have to drill the one off the bottom of the new one too, and I'll explain to you why. Right now, that switch is in the off position. In order to get the new one in, we have to have it in the accessory position. Now we can put it in the accessory position and get it in with no problem, but the only issue with doing that is the thing inside of the key switch, inside of the main switch that turns when the key switch does, will be in the off position. And then the tumbler will be in the accessory position. So you can turn the key all you want and it's not going to turn over the engine. So going from there, I don't know what I want to do. And the other day my key broke on me, so went and I grabbed the spare key, and we're going to try and find out if this, where did I put it? I got to get everything onto different rings. We're going to find out if this key will do what we want it to or not. So let me get you guys set up and I will be back. Okay, here is our key. No, maybe. No, okay, yeah, you can feel the drag from it going in. I'm thinking probably what we are going to have to do is, I think we were right on the money yesterday drilling this out. We need to finish drilling that out. I got to get this piece of trim off of here. Wherever my flathead screwdriver went, let me go get one. That just means I got to go get another lock cylinder for the door. Pop that out of here real quick. Not sure how far we have it drilled out. Let's see. No, I don't think we have it drilled out enough to get it out just yet. I'm not going to film the drilling, I'm just going to do it. Okay, I just got it to want to go into accessory, as you can see. So, we're going to have to get this out now. Let me grab a thing to push that little nub in. You guys ready? Hopefully. Look at that, we got it. Okay, what did we end up drilling? Oh, I see. Okay, so, cool. Now it's right where we need it to be, so all I did was just kept on drilling, and then I played with it and twisted it and managed to get it to turn. So, hell, I would say that works. Let's look. I'm really curious to see what's in that hole. It looks like right there's a screwdriver piece. Let me show you guys what I'm seeing. It looks like a little screwdriver sticks out. Get my light. There you go. See? Okay, let's get this new key switch popped in. I'm going to leave the camera on for that. So I've been sitting here fumbling around with this for the past hour. And I looked at this paper that they sent me with it to see if I could figure out what was going on. And here's how you know if they're China or not. As you can see, they can't spell video. And all they gave me was a thank you card. They don't give me instructions. So I'm probably going to end up just having to send the thing back. It's not going in for whatever reason, as you can see. Yes, the pin on bottom is pushed in. Yes, the thing is lined up with where it should be, but it's just not going in for whatever reason. So, I think I'm probably going to end up having to order a new one or I'm gonna have to send this one back. I'm hoping they take returns, but we'll see. So I will be back once I figure out what I'm going to do. Okay, so I know you guys are wondering what I am going to end up doing. I ended up going on to the Toyota website here in Worcester, and I called them. A new key switch for the truck will be 170 something bucks, but plus taxes, I think it was 184. I ended up ordering a new key switch for it, so that should be here by Saturday or probably at the latest Sunday. So we'll see. I'm just gonna, I don't know if I should just go on ahead and end the video here. You know what, we'll do this. Part 1 is getting the key switch out. Part 2 will be getting it in, driving it around. I think that's what I ought to do, because this video is getting kind of long. So I'm going to go on ahead and end this video here. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. And I will see you all in the next video. Okay, you guys, a little bit of a time span or an update for you all. As you remember, we were working on the truck. This is, maybe 2 or 3 months later. No, I think this is actually a month or 2 later from the last clips you guys were watching of the truck. We were getting it running. It was inside of the shop. As you all remember, we had to move it out. Or I didn't film moving it out. I filmed putting it in. I had to move it over here because it was in the way. And I kind of got sick of waiting on the key switch. And of course, my buddy came over, and for God knows what reason, he hates this truck to death. I don't understand why people hate certain brands of vehicles so much. A vehicle's a vehicle. No matter what it is, as long as it runs, drives, and goes. My personal preference is Chevy. I don't have a problem with Chevy. I don't have a problem with Ford. I don't have a problem with Dodge, Jeep, Toyota, Nissan, any of them. A vehicle is a vehicle. If it does what it needs you to do, it works. Same with lawnmowers. I like Toros. I like John Deeres. I like Cubs. I'd love to have one of those Cub Cadets, one of the older hydraulic ones. That'd be cool. But we're getting back to the truck. This is a month ago for me, so I got to remember what exactly what we did. I think it was I was telling you guys about we were waiting on a new key switch. I ordered one from Toyota. Of course, this coronavirus has everything held back, so it came a lot later than I planned. And when I pulled it out of the garage, when I pulled it out of the barn, it sat over there on the pad for a month, the whole time I was waiting on this key switch to get here. And the barn has a little bit of an overhang on it, but the problem is there's a bird's nest up in there, and every morning I'd come out and there was shit. There would be shit, all bird crap, all over the truck. It'd be all over the hood, it'd be all over the roof, and I'd go out with the garden hose and I'd wash it. You can see some right there and there, but I'd go out with the hose and I'd wash it every day. I had it running down the side, I had it running down the hood, I've had it running down the tail lights, and I just got fed up with it, and so I brought it in here to keep the birds off of it, and they haven't touched it since I brought it in here, so I'm happy. Underneath the hood one time I had a bird's nest. It was sitting over by the house. I'll see if I have a picture of it still and put it in. But there was a bird's nest right here underneath the hood. I'm hoping there's no bird's nest under it. We'll see. So let's see. We're going to go on ahead and we're going to get into this, and we're going to put that new ignition tumbler in. This one's not from China. I shut all the electric off in the truck. I unhooked the battery. So this is the new one right here, as you can see. So let me turn my light on. I'll put you guys up in the stand and we will get this thing going again. Here's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping that this new tumbler will just slide right in. I had one ordered from China, as I told you guys, and I filmed it when I tried putting it in. I didn't end up keeping the footage. I got rid of it. So that's why I don't have it, because I sat there and I cussed and I swore. And I got tired of it, so I just deleted it. Or I quit recording. And the thing would never fit. So that was the end of it. This one's from Toyota, so I'm hoping it's still good. Oh, it was already open. So let's go on ahead and we'll put it in accessory. That should... It's not going to ring because I have the battery unhooked. But let's see if it'll go in there for us. Or if we're going to have to persuade it to. Oh, great. Keep in mind, I ain't done this before. There we go. Haha, look at that. We got her in. We're in all the way. Appears to be. There we go. Let me grab my dust cover. It goes over this right here. Well, you know what? Let me grab my little cover. And then we'll try turning it over. How does this go? I was going to do this in the morning, but I had ambition tonight, so I thought, well, we'll just do it now and get it over with. What is this thing? Well, for one, I'll just leave this cover out of here. You know, I don't understand, like I said, why I sat there and I was cleaning the bird dew off the truck one time when I had my buddies over here, and they were throwing fits. They go, "Why do you wash that piece of shit? Washing that's like washing a turd before you flush it," which pissed me off when they said it. But you know what? They're idiots anyway. So what's it matter? Let me see about... Oh, we're going to have to do some gentle persuasion on this anyway, aren't we? I have a funny feeling. Oh well, it don't matter. What do you guys think the chance is it's not going to run and we're going to have fits? Battery's unhooked. Let's go on ahead, I guess, and hook the battery up. And we'll see how she goes. You probably want me to film it. You guys ready to see if there's a bird's nest under here or not? Let's find out. Grab my light. No, I don't see any. I see a pretty beautiful little 4-cylinder. Where is my hood piece? There we go. Didn't want to come out. There we go. Okay, I closed the doors so it wouldn't spark. I bumped the camera. Well, we'll clean the terminal up later. No spark, so that's good. Okay. Maybe we'll be good. Let's go on ahead. We'll go back in the truck and we will see how we do. I guess we must have done something right because I hear my buzzer and the cab light turned on. Ready? Ooh, look at that. Headlights work. Oh, they're kind of dim. Let's see. It's been setting. Ready? Let's see if it'll crank. Damn. Well, I guess we need the little charger. Unless that's because I have it loose. Close this here quick. Let me try playing with it a little bit, and I'll grab my wire wheel, and we'll see if the terminals just need cleaned up or not. I'll be back. Well, I got good and bad news. Actually, I got both bad news. Bad news is the battery is too dead to turn the motor over and everything else, and my battery charger will not reach the outlet unless I push the truck. And actually, I think I could push it into, I think I can put it into neutral. So let's see. If I can get it into neutral, we'll push it up to the power outlet. I think I'm just going to go grab the 216, make things a lot easier. Let me go grab the 216. We'll bring it over here and we'll see if we can turn this puppy over. Brought the 216 over. Let's see if it'll work. She's running. I guess she must be happy. She's steaming. Tell you what, that actually really surprised me. I didn't think I'd be able to do it. Let's go on ahead and we'll do a test. I want to test the lights and everything and make sure everything on here works. So let's do that here quick. I know everything on here should work, but it's been setting for so long, I just want to check it and make sure. This is our lights. Lights work. Go on ahead up here and check them. They work. Those work. Yeah, I'd say all the lights work. She's happy. Let's check our rear lights. Yeah, they both seem happy. What should we do next? We'll do hazards. Cool. Yep. I would say I'm scared to shut it off. I don't know if it'll start back up. I want to go on ahead and button it all back together. Let me shut that light off and get it out of there here quick. Move this. Tell you guys what, I am very surprised. I didn't think it'd start. I guess what we ought to do, shut the lights off, let it charge for a little bit, while I let it charge. I think while I let the truck charge, I'll go on ahead and button it all back together. So I know you guys probably don't want to see that. So I'll go on ahead and I'll get her buttoned back together. Once we're done, we'll take it out and we'll try driving it around a little bit. We'll bring it back in, shut it off, start it back up. We'll see if it'll start up or not. Let me get that done here quick and I will be right back. I figured that since you guys rode along for the journey, I'll take you along for the ride. I didn't end up completely buttoning it back together, but I've got it together enough so it'll hold itself up. Once we get back over to the shop, once we put her back and make sure she runs right, we'll button all that up. I've got the AC on right now. I'm checking it out to see how it does, and it seems to do okay, so that's good. Yeah, it's blowing nice cold air. So let's go on ahead, turn my headlights on, and we'll go out. We'll try her out and see how she does. I'm hoping, shift it into gear, hoping my rotors aren't stuck. Let's find out. Ready? We'll go easy on her. Oh, look at that. Slow it down just a little bit, make sure we can get out. I ain't drove this thing in so long. Make sure we don't hit anything. Cool. Driving. There's a bump right there. My bad. Brights work. Tell you what, it warmed up quick. This thing was excited once I pulled it out. Just driving, we'll have to check it and make sure it goes into reverse. My brakes aren't sticking, so I guess that's good. And the wipers on for a second. Let's stick it in reverse. Once we get up to a flat spot, we can. Right here. We'll go on ahead and go in reverse. Make sure that that works right. Yes, it does. Cool. Neutral. Everything works like it should. I would go on ahead and say we got her fixed. One more quick little drive. Just because we got it running. I think what we'll do is once we circle back around, we'll park in the barn and we'll see about tightening that front bezel down. Not the front bezel, but this bezel right here above my feet, and we'll see about our door openers, if they work or not. Let's test it here quick. You guys see the door? Yes, you can. I think it's this one. Yep, works. Let's go over here. We'll pull up to the shop. We'll open the door. Watch out for these. I need to fix my driveway. She's idling nice for sitting so long. We are. Put it in park. We're just below. We're just a mark below 1,000 RPM, or yeah, 1,000 RPMs. Yep, there we go. Ready to see if we can fit. Oh, 73's in the way. Well, and the patio and the round fender. Let me go in there quick and I'll move them out of the way. Once I do that, we can pull in. We'll start back up. Ready? I think we're going to have to clean that connection up. How far out? Yeah, I can close the door. Tighten down my terminals and now it wants to work. We'll get this out of here and I'll drive it a little bit. Well, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I guess I'll see you all in the next video.